So this cost me about $7.99. Here's one charging. This is red because it's still charging in the USB charger. And this one here is done charging. Take this little top that I made and just put a rubber band, a skinny rubber band around the top of the light. You can tip this back and then twist it on. Previously, I took a piece of dental floss and attached it to one of the arms of the, one of these twisty tie arms right there. And then I attached the dental floss to the railing here so that you wouldn't lose the top if the top falls off. It's still there. So basically now that it's like this, you can just take that whole unit with the light and slide it in to your Lighthouse top. Basically fit it in there the best way that it fits. Might be a little bit tight depending on the size of the top that you made. You know, the piece here, it does fit. And you want it to fit snug so it doesn't like drop down in there. And if it does drop down in there, you can get it out, but you might have to use a tweezers to get the light out, which has already happened to me. Anyway, now it's an actual working light. This is the one that I wrote, look for the light on the bottom. So it works. So cool. It's a real lighthouse ornament. And that's the cute little one. I bought another one of these for the other one I made that's a little taller that fits the Penlight because I thought it would be cool to have rechargeable lights in there so that it always works. Bottle light rechargeable lamps, and this is the cork piece comes with it that you would normally put it in the top of a bottle, like that's the, but you don't need that for this. So unless you want to stick it on like that, and then just, you could have it like a cute little side mini lighthouse. There you go. Now you have a mini lighthouse next to the other lighthouse. But yeah, this doesn't fit up here. So you have to take the bottom piece off in this scenario, in this size, and then this fits right into the top. Got to kind of turn it till it fits the way you want it to fit. There we go. Yay, happy lighthouse. A happy lighthouse ornament. So this one is the one that fits the Penlight. Again, I tied a tiny piece of dental floss to the railing, and then just inside the cap, I tied the dental floss to one of the twisty ties so that if the top comes off, it hangs down on the side here so you don't lose it. So now if you take the Penlight and drop it down into the top will glow. Top here, fit right back in on top. So now it is a functional hanging light and ornament. So you can hang it up on the tree, or you can just let it sit there and be cool. That's it. This one here, I ended up getting a little bottle light that fits inside here, inside this one, and there's a little switch down here on the side. So another way this larger lighthouse can work with the bottle light is battery in it. I could take that little extra housing, this piece up top that I had as like a second little house next to it, and it actually does fit on top of the lighthouse. So it looks completely different now with the light on there. And that could work. In this case, you would have to attach, if you want it to hang, you would simply attach this behind it or with it as a little platform. Like I have this little stone down here, and if you attached it or just hot glued it to the back of it, you know, one side, you should be able to lift it up and hang it. Like that. So that's a different type of lights. Those are the tiny string bottle lights that fit inside a bottle. So this piece comes off. Okay, so this housing piece up top just pulls off like that. And I actually had it as a tiny house covering this thing. But you wrap these string lights, I wrapped it around the top, and then this fits over that. So I don't know if you can see this. See the little string lights are wrapped around it. This fits over that. Smaller one that doesn't fit the Penlight. So like here's the Penlight one. Let's take the top off and dump out the Penlight and put the top back on. Put the top back on. Okay, so now I have the Penlight, and you see this Penlight is taller than the actual lighthouse that I made here, the other smaller one. I needed a different solution for the light, and that's why I ended up bottle USB charger from Michael's. So there it is. Again, it's just put in there with a rubber band around the two ties, and you turn it on and off, twisting the actual light itself. This just goes back in and fits down in there. There it is, all done. So yeah, that's the second one, and you can see it's movable, move it anywhere you want. But as you can see, they're all three of these are different sizes. They all have different shapes. Like that was the first one. That was the first one I did. And then there's these two that are smaller. But again, they both are functional lights now and functional ornaments as well. You can hang them wherever you want. And what I like about them is I did not make them Christmas themed or winter themed even. So they can be a year-round ornament or a year-round light or decoration. But they also work for the holidays. So happy holidays, everybody. I hope you had fun learning how to make these as I did. I hope to do some more like this in the future. Peace, love, light. So yeah, that's another way to do it. And then this, again, this piece just has to be hot glued so that it is all one piece together. I think I like that solution better for this one because it's easier. The shape of it looks more like a lighthouse now, and this little piece is easier to turn off and on when it's not hidden inside the, there's the off switch right there. And and you can actually make it flash like a real lighthouse if you're holding on to this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So here's the Penlight, but I've got the bottle light in here now. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite fit. The width here is a little bit bigger than the width inside. And I've got this green piece of a plastic bag that was like a food bag that had green inside here to make the light. And as I've been shoving, the whole thing's hollow, but as I've been shoving the light in there, I'm kind of crinkling up the green paper and messing it up. It was nice and smooth when I started. Having this light go into the green paper, which isn't quite so easy to do because it doesn't fit perfectly. It's not a perfect fit. Let me see if I can try it again. Basically, there. Okay, so I've got it in with the, if you can see that, it's inside the top. And what's interesting about this is because it doesn't fit down there, it doesn't go much further than this because it's not the rubber band and it's not the twisty ties that's keeping it. It's the shape of the bottle piece that's fat at the bottom. It's not fitting through here. But what I like about this is it's actually a real light this way. You can kind of pull it out a little higher. The higher you pull it out, the more light you kind of get around this area. Let me turn off the pen light. So see how it's lighting up an actual area with the light? If you push it down, the further down it goes, the less light you get. So it's a little bit darker now. I kind of like that. I mean, that could be a feature if it was sort of a pop-up light that, you know, the higher out it is, the more light you have. And then when you push it down, you have less light. So anyway, I really kind of like that. But the Penlight is easier at this point for this one. And again, to turn it off, you tip this top back to reveal the light. And then you just twist the top of the light off. So now it's off. With this specific one, the Penlight fits better. You know, it fits down in the hole, and just drop it in there, and it lights up the green. So so I took the other light out, and this is just the top with a rubber band in there. And yeah, so now it just has the Penlight inside. And I like it better that way with this one. The other ones seemed to work better with this light that you just twist on. Just when you plan your design for this, you need to make sure the top piece here is wide enough to fit this, but not too wide, because if it's too wide, this whole thing will fall down. If it's attached into the top with a rubber band, it won't fall down.